Hi, I'm Erika from the Latin American Cultural Association of Tasmania, and I have the privilege today to be talking to Jane Zitter. She is the co-founder of LATTAS events. They are the organizers bringing Carna to Hobart on March 25th, and this is Brazilian Carnaval coming to Tasmania. So Jane is going to be telling us all about this tradition so that we're ready to go. Jane, could you talk a little bit about the history and traditions? And also, I just think that, what you're wearing in your makeup is amazing.
Thank you very much, Erika. Thank you very much for the opportunity to be here. And yes, not many people know, but actually the Carnaval started so many years ago, hundreds of years ago, especially in Europe. And that's a big celebration. Carnival is a big celebration before the Lent period. It's that period that you come down, you don't eat meat, you don't go to big parties, more Catholic religion behind that. And of course, once Brazil was colonized by the Europeans, the Portuguese, they brought that tradition to Brazil. And not just only that, they brought African slaves to work in Brazil when they were colonizing it. And the Africans as well brought their traditions. So the Carnaval party, the Carnival with the Afro-Brazilian, Afro-descendants traditions, colors, featherings, music, people getting together and celebrating, that just became infused. And now we have this big tradition in Brazil. It's just became even more popular over the years.
Wow, it's a privilege that we get to experience it here. I know when I've seen, I've never been to Brazil. I've never experienced it for myself, but what I've seen in the media are these big parades and these, people wearing very elaborate headdresses and incredible costumes, professional dancers. And so is that all that Carnaval is about, or what's it like for everyday people?
Well, that's not all about that. Of course, you see that on TV and people from overseas would see that because it's the more expensive one, it's the most famous one, but it's definitely not about that. I've never experienced that sort of Carnival as well before, even being a Brazilian. So Brazil is huge, and the idea of Carnival is the communities express themselves the way you are. So they get all that feeling of belonging. They go to the streets, they dance, they spread energy, colors, and they get together to celebrate, to be happy. So that's all about. So you don't have to have elaborated costume. You can come exactly the way you are. You can dare yourself. I was always afraid to wear that sort of makeup or maybe that colorful clothing. Use the Carnival to do that. It's a place that you're not judged to be who you are. You can be all in black and white. You can be all in colorful. You can use a more elaborated thing like I'm doing, or you can use the feathers. It's just yourself, and everyone look at you and say, "Oh my gosh, you look amazing. You look perfect. Look at you, full of energy." It's all about the community getting together for celebration and of cultures, of course, because as I mentioned, it is a nice and a huge mix of cultures that dated back in Brazil.
Oh, wow. I love that. The come as you are, maybe put on a dress that you've been wanting to wear, but didn't have anywhere to wear it to, or different makeup, or just come, off the street that day where you were dressed.
Yes,
so it's about the energy. It's about expressing yourself, whether that's visually or just, dancing or just attending.
Yes, exactly. Because, we have as well a dance performance in the event. So you can look at the culture and understand a little bit more of the people surrounding you on this Cuban community you're living in. As Australia, it is a diverse community. And you see that in Hobart happening quite a lot and more every time, you heard about the community coming in. So it's a pleasure for us to actually bring the Carnival to Hobart for the community here to experience what we are and what they can be as well, putting together their energy and their culture with ours. We're just exchanging because we live in their culture as well. So why not bring a little piece of our culture to the Hobartians, to Tasmania, for them to experience that with us.
Oh, that's beautiful. So it's definitely not just for the Brazilian community, it is for everyone.
Not at all. It is for everyone. It's the main goal, introduce the Brazilian culture, which is very, very rich, into the local community where we live in.
Oh, yay. Well, can you tell us a little bit about what people can expect to see, hear, and do at Carna?
Absolutely. It's a full-on event. We have workshops. So if you want to learn that somebody you see on the TV, that's your opportunity. We have a professional bassista coming on the feathering costumes, and she will teach you how to connect body and movement. We're deep-rooted in the Afro-Brazilian descendants as well. So we do have Afro-Brazilian workshops where samba started, and a samba workshop for you to learn. You don't need to be a professional. You don't have to dance a lot. You can go and learn the basics. And of course, you need to come on the 25th to perform, to put in practice everything you learned, or not if you don't want. Because on the big day, on the 25th, that Saturday, we have 2 live bands, one coming from Brisbane, 1 local band, 2 different sort of styles. That's the main styles that leads Carnival in Brazil, music. We have as well the bassista performing with the big feathering costume, so you'll have the chance to see that just in there live. We have as well food, Latin food special, more Brazilian, directed food. and special drinks, as well kids entertainment, because that's quite important. We really want local kids, you know, even our kids that were born here, to connect with the culture, and that's the sort of entertainment that we bring into the kids at the event. So it will be a full-on event, and it's for the entire community, literally. Kids doesn't have to pay, they can enter it for free, and there is lots of pieces of the community, local community and Brazilian community, putting together to organize this event and bring it for the community here.
I can't wait. It sounds amazing. Last but not least, can you just tell us a little bit about the t-shirt that you're wearing? They're called LATTAS, I understand, and they're going to be for sale. Can you tell us a little bit about them?
Yes, absolutely. So literally, every community has its own. So the Carna Tassie has its colors in the shirt. I have customized mine, but you don't have to. You can just put the colors on and go as you are. And we brought that straight from Brazil to be, because it's a very important element, especially in the Northern Territory in Brazil. People, they don't bother to go after costumes, feathering, all of that we were talking about. They just put a t-shirt, they customize the way you know they want, or even just the colors itself, and they go in blocos, we call, on the streets, and then you can see that that person belongs to that community and brings that story behind all of that that's going on. So that's all about, we have elements as well in our design that would bring the Brazilian culture, Tasmanian culture, and as well local culture, Tasmanian culture together, and that's why it's so colorful and nice, and we're very proud of all of this that we have done. So yeah, that will be for sales as well, and you can definitely wear it to go to the Carnival, and you'll be more than welcome and fancy as you are.
Oh, perfect. Well, I'm super excited. So if you would like to join in this amazing event, be sure to get your ticket from this post. There's a link there for sale on Eventbrite. The event is happening March 25th. Doors open at 4:30, and we look forward to seeing you there.